Hello everyone, I'm Marissa. Welcome to On Track with UW Math. I'm here with a very special guest.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Cristian Moretto. I am a UWCS student. I'm in my 3A term, and I'm also a computer science representative on MathSoc.
Amazing. So thank you for joining us, Cristian.
Of course.
I have to start off by asking you, what's your math hot take?
Hot take. I have some lukewarm ones, some hot ones, some cold ones. They're all simmering. I think in terms of the hottest take, people at UW Math are actually very sociable and kind, and you're going to find people that you love to hang out with in your classes. And also that there's just a lot of cool people at UW, even in other faculties, and it's really nice to branch out, make friends everywhere.
Who's the coolest person you've ever met in your program?
Probably my CS 240 prof, Armin Jamshidpay. He's just so energetic, so awesome. He brought like this little T-Rex thing to class to get us to like be engaged. He literally gives you like breaks in the middle of lectures, makes you stand up. He's very, very engaging. Also, his work is really interesting too. So yeah.
That's awesome. What's your favorite thing or most memorable thing that you learned from that class?
Oh, most memorable thing? Probably, definitely some pain from that class. I would say the thing that I remember the most is the heap data structure, min heaps and max heaps, and all of the different time complexities related to that.
Can you explain a little bit to me? I have no idea what you're talking about, just like broadly.
Yeah, sure. So it's like a data structure that you essentially use to store information. It's sort of like a binary tree in the way that there's an ordering property, and also it's designed to be faster than an array in some cases. Honestly, I'm kind of like rusty on the topic, which I shouldn't be because I'm taking an algorithms class right now.
No worries.
But I would say that it's pretty cool, and there's like two distinct variations of it that you can use to organize data.
That doesn't sound like English to me, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I think I got the gist. So everyone's talking about AI. Have you heard about this?
Oh, I've been hearing about it. It's definitely here, and it's definitely something we have to acknowledge, for sure.
For sure. How do you think Waterloo is making you AI proof?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. I would say that because of, I guess, like the huge variety in co-op experiences that you get at Waterloo, you're able to like adapt to a bunch of different environments, and you develop really strong critical thinking skills that you can apply in a lot of different situations. And so you become pretty proficient at using AI. It's definitely something that's starting to be integrated more into courses as well. I know for some of my classes, you're allowed to use it as long as you're documenting your use of it. And so I think it's just important to have higher level understanding of concepts so you can use sort of like what AI gives you. You can police that output. You can say, is this like a good result? Is this going to work? And you're able to kind of critically engage with a language model and make sure that you're using it effectively.
It's very insightful. How has your co-op experience been at Waterloo?
Yeah, it's been really good so far. I've done 3 terms. The first 2 were at a company in Ontario, and then my last term I actually went to Vancouver, BC, and worked at a small biotech startup, and it was really, really fun. I think a cool thing about Waterloo Co-op is that like you get to go to different places if you want to. You're ultimately free to stay like, you know, if you're from the GTA, you can stay around here. There's lots of great job opportunities, but it's also a really cool experience to travel. I fell in love with the West Coast. I feel like I'm going to have to move there at some point. You definitely develop a lot of independence as a worker and as a person as well with those new experiences.
Sure, Vancouver. Yeah. I know I was messaging you a little bit while you were out there, and I was like, send me photos. Like I was so a little bit jealous maybe the fact that you were out there, but that's so awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about Vancouver and what you did, and I guess what you did in your free time? I'm sure a lot of like outdoorsy stuff, hiking.
Oh yeah. So I think because I was there in the fall, September and October are like the best times to really maximize the outdoors. So every weekend I was going on a hike. I was going to some cool place, a bunch of walks around Stanley Park, lots of different hiking trails. I actually did a camping trip in the backcountry, so I give my coworkers props for that because they lent me all their camping gear. So I feel like that's another cool thing about co-op is like your coworkers really want to connect with you, and like you get to, even though they might be a little bit older, like they're still, you know, really cool people to like meet and hang out with. And yeah, I got to try a lot of new things. I got to try the stereotypical CS activity of rock climbing, which honestly I feel like I'm going to end up getting into. I literally have a ballet class scheduled on Friday with my friend, so I'm going to become the stereotypical CS rock climber, but it's really fun and I think it's a cool sport. And I think just being in a new city is like a really exciting experience. You kind of get to like carve out your own life in this new place for like those 4 months or longer if you're doing a longer co-op term.
And other than rock climbing, what helps you keep going as a student?
Yeah, so I would say just having a really strong network of friends, having people that I can always like study with, hang out with. I've been abusing the like Find My feature on my phone where all my friends and I, we have each other's locations, and I'll just be on campus, like bored, need to study. I'll see like, oh, my friend's in SLC, let's go hang out, and we'll just do that. Also, making good use of the like fitness facilities on campus. I've started doing that in the past year, and I found it's been really, really helpful for me, like just in terms of, it's a really good emotional and physical outlet. And I think you're using your brain so much, but a lot of times you can neglect your body, and you know, they are the same thing. So you kind of, it's a good way to prioritize your well-being. And also, MC is directly connected to SLC. And MC has lockers you can rent from MathSoc. Not sponsored, but that is a plug. I've been using it. It makes the gym experience a little bit easier.
You mentioned the West Coast.
Yes.
I have to ask, what are your thoughts on Cali or bust? What does that mean to you?
Oh, Cali or bust. Okay. In the past few years, it's become less of a strong mentality. I think for a lot of people, like they're just seeing the value in staying in Canada. I think there's a lot of like, I think Canadian tech is also evolving in a really great way. There's a lot of really cool companies here that I think people would consider like just as cool as the stuff in San Francisco. I think it's bad to consider it as like a bust if you're not going there, but also I think if you have the opportunity to go to California, it's such a cool place and you absolutely should. You know, I've applied to co-ops there, and if I end up getting a job offer in California, I'm going to go. I'm going to see what it's like, even just for the hiking, because I think in a slightly warmer climate, I love Vancouver's hiking, but I think it'd be easier to do like all year round. Yeah, West Coast has made me a hiking junkie. Ontario, I love Ontario for what it is, but it just can't compare in that way.
I need to get on my hiking grind. Where do you think I should start? Should I start here? I mean, do we even have hiking trails here?
You could. I'm not familiar with a lot of Waterloo hiking trails. I should be, because I've been here for a long time. So I'm going to look into that after this. Yeah, I'll also say, if you're in Waterloo, don't just stay around campus. Check out Uptown. I mean, we're on the Ion right now. It goes straight into Uptown. There's lots of really cool stuff there.
What's your favorite Ion stop? Because I'm a big 301 Ion fan. I'm a fangirl, I have to admit it. What's your favorite stop? And I'll tell you mine.
My favorite stop, I think just because of the amount that I use it, is probably Willis Way, just because it gets me into Uptown. And then I guess, what's the, like the Shops Plaza is the opposite, or the one that goes the opposite way, I think? Or like University Town Square? I think it's Waterloo Public Square, that's what it is.
Okay.
Is that one. I like that one, even though it's kind of like a one-way thing. I think it kind of highlights how like the Ion is very integrated into like the road. I love the urban planning of Waterloo, at least Uptown. It's like really cool. I think it's a lot more walkable than anything I've experienced in the, well, downtown Toronto is obviously different, but I come from like a small town where you literally need a car to get around for anything. So being able to just hop on the Ion, go somewhere is really cool.
For sure. I know. I grew up between Brampton and the GTA, so like everything is a 45-minute drive away, and it's so refreshing to hop on, you know, something as accessible and pretty reliable as the Ion.
It's so reliable.
And then you can walk from like Laurier Park to like Waterloo Town Square on a good weather day, and it's just like it's pretty nice,
and
honestly.
it's so good in the winter too. Like it's even on like the snowiest days when campus was literally closed, I think the Ion was still running. The Ion's just goated. Actually, my friend who I was roommates with in the summer, he made shirts that say this guy loves the Ion and also this girl loves the Ion. So yeah, I would definitely say that I love the Ion. I own one of those shirts.
I really want one. I need to order them online.
I think he's still making them. I'll ask him. This is not affiliated with the Ion for legal reasons. But yeah, it's a fun thing. I think people at Waterloo are very passionate about the area and like the stuff we have here, the infrastructure we have.
I just want to share my favorite Ion stop.
Please share.
I'm a Kitchener Market girly. I do love downtown Kitchener. I think it's very walkable, and they have a lot of cute cafes. Shout out Whoopsie Daisy. It's my favorite cafe. Kitchener Market specifically because I like White Tiger Vintage. It's my favorite thrift store. They have some of the best like fur coats. It's been like my new obsession right now.
You're gonna take me, right? You're gonna take me because
I'll take you.
I've branched out to Waterloo, but Kitchener is still like a developing frontier for me. I gotta really go into Kitchener. I've been there once and it was very pretty. I'm gonna hop on your cafe recommendation. I'm gonna go on the opposite side near Conestoga Mall. It was a cute little cafe. It's called Coffee Bricks, I think, and it's super cute little cafe. Very nice for studying and very nice atmosphere, good prices. Love it there.
We don't gatekeep on the 301
We
Ion.
do not gatekeep.
We're
in
not
Waterloo.
gatekeepers. We're good people.
We don't gaslight. We don't gatekeep. We do girl boss. That's the only
We
one.
do girl boss. And what do you think is your number one tips for the girl bosses out there? How do you girl boss more?
I would say I think a fun thing. I mean, being in university is like you can show up dressed however you want to campus. Like be creative. I think it adds a lot more life to campus. Like seeing people with cool outfits, be like, yo, you look great. Like I think I've had a lot of nice interactions just doing that, and it's kind of something I picked up in Vancouver and tried to like carry over to here.
One question I did want to ask, for any first years that might be watching or folks, thinking about applying to CS at Waterloo, what advice would you give them?
I would say don't be afraid of hardships. It's going to happen. As long as you have a good network of people and like a good support system, I would say that you're going to make it through. And I think one really good way of doing that is joining clubs, getting involved. I'm biased. I love math soc. I'm in math soc. Get involved with student government, get involved with clubs. Join intramural sports teams. Is a really fun, like low barrier way to, stay active, and you can make a lot of friends through that as well. And also, don't feel isolated into just your math and CS courses. Being in math and CS, you have the opportunity to take a lot of cool electives. You can minor and specialize in a lot of cool things. So, take the opportunity to explore what you want to do with your degree, but also don't feel like you have to have everything figured out. It's first year. It's a big change for you. So, yeah, that's what I would say.
What's your favorite class?
Okay, this is going to be a lot of people are probably going to get mad at me for this. I think my favorite class that I've taken so far was CS 135. I have a lot of strong feelings about Racket as a programming language, but in terms of like the actual course, I just thought it was really fun. I really love my instructor. Shout out to Zara Ahmed. She's awesome. I know she teaches a lot of like first year CS courses. So if you get her, make sure to say hi because she's a really cool person, and she's also an academic advisor. But in terms of like the actual course, I just thought that even I didn't get to take a lot of CS classes in high school because I did the IB program. So it was a really nice way to like ease into it. And I feel like a lot of the concepts we touched upon in that class, I'm still using. And it's like a very strong foundation, I would say, is what it builds.
Thank you so much for joining us on track on the Ion 301. I'm here with my wonderful guest,
Cristian Moretto, or just Christian. Yeah, and thanks so much for having me. I really appreciated getting to chat with you. And if you're interested in UW Math, definitely check it out. Feel free to reach out to, I guess, Math ambassadors and find out more about all the cool stuff we have to offer.
Thank you, Christian. All right, we'll see you in the next one. On track. That's how the jingle's gonna go. I'm gonna get a whole choir to go in like the
notes?
supply closet. Yeah, it's just like
Okay.
on track. Do you want to sing it with me? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
On track. Wait, I did it wrong.
Okay, one more time. Ready?
Wait, do it again.
On track. I'm really like I have no.
track.
I
Okay.
can't hear
All right.
notes and stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
Ready? 3,
Ready?
2, 1.
On track.
Hell yeah.